And think of some brilliantly clever thing. All right. Okay.
Also, I started watching a new anime that I'm just in love with right now on Netflix, of all places. And
Ooh.
technically, I don't know if I can count it as an anime though.
Is it a Netflix original thing?
Well, it's kind of a Netflix original thing, but you can still count those as anime because all that Netflix does is buy them from studios. However, this one is actually based off of a Chinese manhwa, so I don't know if we can technically count that as traditional anime because it threw me off. Like I was like, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be normal," and then they started speaking Mandarin Chinese, which, for those of you that don't know, sounds completely different from Japanese. So I'm like used to hearing Japanese, like I don't know what they're saying, but I'm like, "Oh, I recognize this language." Heard Mandarin Chinese, and I went, "That's not right." Like maybe they have an English VA opportunity and they did not. So it was weird. But it's good. It makes me feel good. It makes me laugh. It's about an overpowered MC. You know, the typical
What is it called?
daily life of the immortal king.
Oh, I watched the first episode of that.
Yeah, and it's like Psyche K, only slightly more serious. Like it has a through story instead of, just randomly being there. Like instead of it just kind of having random plot points, it's like it follows an actual storyline. The episodes are like full length episodes, but they feel shorter. Like you get to the end, you're like, oh, okay, that was pretty good. And like there's one thing whenever his full power comes out, he gets background music. And like other people can hear the background music.
Oh, that's actually okay.
Like there was one point, like one of the first jokes was one of the first things that he defeated goes, where the hell is that background music coming from? And he looks down, oh my god. And then like 10 years later, he pops back up and he goes, man, I'm going to steal all this kid's power. And then he's like, wait a second. Why am I hearing background noise? Oh, son of a bitch. It's him again. He got me. Like it's one of those like really feel good moments. You're like, oh, okay, that feels good. And you get like you're inside the joke, like whenever they play it and they at least play it straight, which is nice. I wonder new chapter of One Piece has legally been released because it was baller. It has.
All right. Tweets out. We did it. All
Nice.
right.
Took me a second to process what you meant when you said legally released. I was like, how would it be illegal?
Oh, right.
That's a thing, Pete. That's a thing.
it's a
That,
thing.
I've never illegally read a manga ever in my life. Probably.
I believe you wholeheartedly.
Oh, I absolutely have. Wait, this is being recorded. I mean, U.S. government.
Like
No, it's not the U.S. government that you have to worry about. It's Shueisha.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, there's also a new manga that I'm reading that I don't know how to pronounce, but
it's fun.
like really weird. Well, okay, like there's things that I could take a stab at. This is literally just 6-letter P's in a row.
Oh.
Like it's not like it's a foreign word kind of thing. This is just letters.
Yeah.
It's like SSSSS Gridman.
Yes.
Like
Stop,
now, wait a
Gridman.
minute.
Wait. Hitler, are you there somewhere? But no, this one's like it's called P. Yeah, there's 6 of them. But it's about a piano playing family.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do all their names start with P?
They've only introduced the main character and like 2 of the siblings, but not really.
Oh, that's like.
Yeah, because
that's weak.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Like they go by like Odegon, like I don't know. It's just weird. Oh, that's what it is. Right. I forgot that was an actual word. It's based off of pianissimo. Like literally when you see like literally like the pianissimo and the shit things. But it's just 6 pianissimos like combined into one. I'm like,
yeah, that doesn't really come across when it's plain font. Just 6 P's next to each other.
It's just where I'm at. Also, you know what really bothers me? Like, this is going to sound really picky. Like, I think my webcam just does a weird thing where it looks really good at one thing, but then everywhere else it looks really, really not as good.
Oh, yeah, no. My camera does the same thing.
I'm like, damn it.
I just need to get glasses that have that like anti-glare again. It's like I've been doing more Zoom calls and stuff for work. It's like every time no one can see my eyes, it always looks like I'm like
No,
an
that's
intense
good.
anime
That's
character all of a
like
sudden.
no, it's get your poker face going. They'll never be able to read you.
It's really good for negotiation meetings.
All right. Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
If you guys are, I think I've got all my stuff pulled up.
Are you ready, kids?
Now I ignore chat because actually wait, no, I don't have to necessarily ignore chat. I think I can pop it out.
I thought you were gonna say that
Do I
you
even
blame
wanna do
me.
that? I mean, I do blame you, but
Pain.
that's. Can I pop out chat? No. Okay. Well, I get to ignore chat. That's great. Because I have to actually look at the script for what's gonna happen in the plot. Who wants to do the introduction this time?
Well,
Brian, do you want to do it this time?
Everybody's so excited.
I mean, I guess I'll just wing it. Yeah,
go
just
for
like
it.
normal. Hola, everyone, and welcome to the GodPunk RPG. If I can actually spell, I have too many pianissimos in my mouth right now. Today, we are joined by the OG crew. Myself, Brian as Magnus, Cameron as Connor, which did not get confusing in the first session, Emma as Emily, and Steven as the Great Overseer. We still haven't decided what to call your narration voice, but it's gonna be something dope. I get the feeling.
One day we'll come up with something clever. Like the funny thing is always to say God, but that doesn't really work here because it's like, oh,
We're all
much
gods.
lower tier.
exactly. It's like, what's so special about that? Yes, thank you, Magnus, thank you, Brian. Welcome everybody back. Where last we left off, we had discovered that Magnus has cow blindness. Then he fought a cow boss, which was
What?
beautiful. What?
I fought what kind of boss?
You don't know. You couldn't see him. You were swinging at the
Seriously
air.
invisible boss.
Oh yeah, you stabbed his eye with a fork. I forgot about that.
You could say that my steak was well done.
God.
Give it.
And your childhood home had at least one wall destroyed, maybe a few more things. And you three were setting off to a nearby town to find a nice place to rest. I don't remember if I actually said that, but that was what the ending was supposed to be.
Yes.
So
yeah, I think Magnus and I had passed out because it was the we had a long day.
yes.
I asked if we could have food. You said no.
No, you don't get to eat.
They only have
You
beef
didn't-
and you can't find a damn thing.
Son of a beef.
Going to a McDonald's, half the menu's just gone.
Hey, McNuggets are the best thing at McDonald's, so I'm okay with that.
It's not true, but that's a story for another stream.
We'll let you believe that for now.
All right, where were we? So as you three pulled into your motel for the night, and Connor and I almost said Cameron. Oh. Goes
See?
that won't get confusing at all.
Damn me and my alliteration.
Connor and Magnus had fallen asleep more or less immediately. Emma, I'm assuming that you're probably still quite wide awake from the events that transpired, and I would like to ask what you would like to do in your restlessness, I suppose.
Do we have like the Wi-Fi password?
Yes. The
Like,
the
that's
password is definitely no cockroaches.
great. Okay, awesome. I asked because I think it would be probably a little bit comforting to at least try and Google and see if any of these phenomenon are, out there. Do a little Google too.
All right, yeah. That is a good decision. I forgot how my own game works. 1 second. That I guess would be an academics check. To
It landed on the floor, but it is a 4.
four.
Four.
Plus what?
Plus 1, so 5.
Yeah. So fantastic roll. No. Maybe it's the keywords you were entering. Maybe it's the shaky keyboard and lack of autocorrect on Google. But you just can't seem to find anything that's really matching up with what you had just witnessed. Outside of a few crackpot conspiracy theories, but those sound more like deranged ramblings than anything real.
Well, that sucks. I think. What time is it? The our station said.
It is currently. I don't know why I rolled it a 6-sided die for a clock.
Currently 1 a.m.
It's currently. That didn't help either. It's not 8 p.m. We're gonna say it's 11. It's 11 o'clock. I don't know why I bothered doing that.
I think it might be nice to quietly step out, maybe go get a bottle of water at a vending machine or something.
All right.
Get some thinking juice.
Yeah. So as you step out of your room and onto the balcony, right before you head down the stairs, you notice something. Where did I write it? I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure. Okay. You notice an old woman out kind of by the office. No one's in the office anymore, but the lights are still on, so it's casting a glow on this old woman sitting on a bench, bus bench, not a park bench, but a bus bench. Since I know this is really important for you to know what kind of bench it is, but this is vital world building. That could be important one day. You don't know. And she's being harassed by a group of probably 16-year-old boys. It's a Saturday night in a small town. They're probably had a little bit to drink. Obviously, nobody should drink underage, but in a small town, it's just a sad reality that odds are, if you're about 16, 17 on a Saturday night, that might be what happens. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that may have happened. And these boys seem to be spitting at her and yelling at her and laughing and throwing trash. And you can just faintly hear her kind of just sobbing and begging for them to leave her alone.
I'll be like, do you guys have literally anything better to do than to just harass this woman at 11 o'clock at night?
Can you give me a guts check?
Sure. 5 minus 4. 5 minus 1 is 4.
I'm just gonna double check. Are you rolling 1 or 2 dice?
I'm rolling 1.
Oh yeah, you roll 2. That would probably help your numbers a bit. I was gonna say.
Yep. Hold up. Okay, I'll keep my original dice. My other new one is a 6. So.
All right. Oh, that's great then. Yeah, that's really good. Before you use a pretty authoritative tone as you start to walk up, and even a few words in, the boys just book it. They just sprint off.
Hey, motherfucker!
Like...
It's a school night.
Kids just piss themselves and sprint away. Sight of this monster storming towards them.
Excellent. Yeah.
But as they run off and you head towards the old woman, she stands up, surprisingly, very straight, very proud, for someone who looked as old as she does. And she hugs you. She gives you a nice hug. And unexpectedly, the same with her stature. The hug is very tight. Like she's pretty strong for an old lady. And she lets out this hearty laugh, and I can't do an old lady voice as we found out last time, so I'm not gonna try. She lets out a hearty
you made my
laugh.
mother 73.
Oh, Magnus! And she takes your hand. She lets go and she takes your hand, and she thanks you once again profusely for what you've done, saying, "I knew when I saw you that you were a helper." And when you look back up, from your hand to her, she's gone. Magically, as if by magic. Who knows? As if by magic, she's gone. Not a sign she was ever there at all. And when you look back into your hand, you see a small silver and black ring, left there by this old crone. What would you like to do? I mean, you are left alone in the soft glow of the motel office by a bus bench.
What was in that water? Is there like a signet on the ring? Is it any markings or?
I'll defer to the person who wrote the story really quickly, and I don't think so. I think it's just like a
Maybe like
is it like braided, or is it, do you guys have a mental image for this?
Not really. No, you wing it.
All right. So it is, yeah.
Either one of you can describe it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let you describe it, Emma. This is your ring after all. What's it look like?
Oh, I'm picturing, you said it was silver and black, so perhaps a little bit of like filigree and black patina, like up in it, with some braiding, and yeah, very simple and elegant.
All right, very nice. I like it.
Is it my size? Can I slip it on? Is it my size?
Yes. Yeah, as you slip it onto your finger, it fits perfectly. I knew he was pulling out the fan. I knew that was going to happen. It fits perfectly.
I'm Cinderella.
Yes. And it you know, naturally when you put a ring on, you try and like adjust it or like pull on it a little bit. But it doesn't seem to come off. Whatever it is, you don't, for some reason it doesn't feel like that's a bad thing.
Okay.
But it seems to be there for now, and it wants to stay there.
Okay.
So yes, is
Left the motel room to step away from the weird stuff while they walked into some more weird stuff. That's nice for me. I love that. Everything's fine though.
Hey, it's a Saturday. What can we say?
Yeah. Okay. I'll like look around to see if Olivia's walking away. I highly doubt that. I think I'd like to go back to my room where things are quiet and there's just snoozing people.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. There is most certainly no old lady anymore. You are left all alone. All you see is a nearby 24 hours McDonald's. That's about it. And as you head back to your room, and there are two snoring boys very loudly. For some reason, Magnus decided to sleep in the bathtub. I'm just gonna
Okay,
decide
first
that
of all,
for
bathtubs are comfortable.
him. I'm glad that
Ease
you
of
took
access.
that in spades and you just ran
Spo-
with it.
Spoken like a man who's never had to sleep in a bathtub before.
Look,
about
if
it,
I
like, if
could
you had the
sleep in a
choice-
bathtub.
I mean, if you had the choice between a floor and a bathtub, at least the bathtub, you can kind of like slink in. It's got a little bit of support for you, and you can kind of
If
sleep
there's
there
a
comfortably.
tornado.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I did just get my shit rocked by, you know, some creature that I can't quite remember what it looks like, but
Some invisible force.
all that I know is I got rocked. I don't want to go through that again. There's a hole in my
Jack
house.
dude with a nose ring for some reason.
Hell yeah.
Seems like he had his hands held up here for a little bit. It was kind of weird.
um, yeah. It for as awake as you felt before, it doesn't take you long to fall asleep now. Um, and
That's
as you all are awoken by the soft rays of the morning sun seeping through the horrendously dirty motel window. I don't trust motels. That's the theme of this episode. I don't trust motels. Definitely no
Assuming there's a red
cockroaches.
roof in.
Yeah. Uh, I wouldn't even trust the bat. Yeah, I wouldn't trust even a bathtub at a motel. That's supposed to be clean. All right. So as the rays gently awake everyone except for Magnus because he's in the bathroom. Um, what would you like to do on this bright and early morning? Or would you just like to talk for a while? And
Either of us or
anyone, go ahead. This is your time
Uh,
to shine.
I guess I'll ask Emily about the ring that she's wearing. I don't know. Did you say what finger you're wearing it on?
I pictured like right ring finger.
Okay. Yeah. I just ask like, you didn't have that yesterday, did you? Did I miss that?
No, I sure didn't. Yeah, there was when you guys were snoring, I walked outside just to get some fresh air, and there was this old lady who was there, and then quickly wasn't there, and she left me with this very nice ring. Yeah, I guess this is mine now. It does fit. I do like it.
Not ominous at all, but
Yeah.
I guess we're all getting trinkets lately, so
Yeah.
about par for the course. It didn't do anything weird. It didn't.
I mean, it does fit awfully perfectly. I'm not having any luck getting it off. For what that's worth, but that's not even the weirdest thing to have happened in the past couple of days. So
True. Well, hopefully it's a boon and not,
yeah,
I don't know,
it
something.
seems fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
the little lady was really nice. There was these guys giving her some trouble, and she just needs some backup. And yeah, she just left me with this.
Well, that's yeah.
Of mine.
Hopefully it's just a kind reward for a good deed, and we can kind of not have to worry about one more thing. If we can wake Magnus up.
They obviously have not greased these hinges in a while.
It is a motel.
It is. If they can afford grease, it'd be insane.
Be glad they had locks on the doors.
Connor. Good morning.
Morning,
Man, that
Maggie.
was a crazy night last night.
Hmm?
I can't believe I got another hole in my house.
Yeah, another. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the third one this year. It's really weird.
Are they usually bovine related or?
I've never. What? That's weird.
He wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
They just magically
No, the
happen.
The first time it was because somebody accidentally left the stove on.
Okay, but people don't usually shoot at your house, is what we're. That was abnormal, right?
You don't have people normally shoot at your house?
Well, as of late, that's probably a different answer. So
No, yeah. Usually there's some bullet holes flying around the house. It's you kind of get used to it.
I guess that's
It's a
fair.
farm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
You get a little
and
buckshot here and there.
seeing my brothers fight, it's always fun to see them get to kind of fight a little bit. It's always enjoyable.
Yeah,
Mom,
you're.
that's a new one though. Usually she's kind of relaxed when people show up.
Yeah, relaxed isn't what I would use to describe your family yesterday, but I mean, more power to them, I guess. Because holy shit, man, that was, I guess, as much of a shock to your system as it was to the rest of ours. So at least we're all on the same page there.
No, not really. Like I said, kind of get holes in the house and random fights break out all the time. Nothing new.
Yeah, I meant the like your family's ancestry of god slayers more than the your brothers can kick some ass. That I assumed from the beginning.
Now that you mention it, the history of Godslayer-ish and the holes in the house, it actually makes sense. Huh. Absolutely. I never considered that. I
That
never
one
asked.
checks out.
I just thought everyone got holes in their house every couple months. I just thought it was a normal thing. No, apparently not. Huh? Well, that explains that. So, what are we doing for breakfast? Because as much as I want to eat motel oatmeal, um, I thought I saw a cockroach in the bathtub last night. So, can we like hit up a Waffle House or like a cafe? And oh my God, Em, what is that on your hand?
It's a gift, I guess. There was this nice old lady outside last night. Well, I took a stroll. Yeah, she I gifted it to me and then quickly disappeared. So that's neat.
So can you take it off? I mean,
No, that's
I
the weird part, really. That's the weirdest part. It fits perfectly. It doesn't seem overly tight, but it doesn't budge.
well, that's not fair. Your artifact stays on you at all points in time. Connor stays on his at all points in time. I can accidentally spend mine at McDonald's. Nuh-uh. This is
There
not
is a
fair.
McDonald's right there.
Oh my.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine with like a McGriddle in the morning if we want to do that. I guess we should probably like, I don't know, should we hit the road? Should we? I don't know where we want to go next. Do we need to?
You know what we should do? We should flip a coin to decide the direction that we drive.
I guess we can do that.
Oh.
Steve, what's the policy on coin flips for directions?
Well, there's
You
four
you are welcome to
directions.
flip a coin and drive in a direction. But does anybody remember if there was anything you were told about last session that you were told to come to this town to do?
No, not even the slightest. Magnus.
There was
It's
a
definitely
you know,
somewhere.
Magnus would not be the one to remember, to be fair.
I remember that there was a place that we were recommended to go.
There was definitely a thing. Oh, Magnus, didn't your mom say something about there was a theft or something here, wasn't there? Wasn't there another break-in?
I don't know. How would I remember that?
I think there was another. I think she said. I'm like trying to process because that was like of all the things that happened yesterday, that's not like top priority on what's stuck in my brain. But if I remember right, she said something about we need to come here because there was possible Godlink activity or more of those guys trying to steal artifacts or something here that we should check out. I don't know if that would be related to M's ring, but isn't there like an antique shop or something that we were supposed to hit up, or like a yard sale, or I don't know, somewhere old stuff was?
Can I like roll see if any wheels turning on it?
Yes. You could roll some academics.
I'm sure Emily would remember rather than I would. 8.
8. Yes. That is all sounding familiar. That is all sounding like something you heard last night. Something about an antique shop. You're remembering a few of the letters in the name. The town's not that big. You could probably find it. You'd probably recognize the name if you saw it, but everything about the story sounds familiar.
Like, can I like go Google antique shops near?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not gonna make you roll for Googling antique shops near me. You could ask Siri to do that, and she'd probably find a way. Yes. There are two antique shops. And I am not smart enough to make up antique shop names because they're all like the old shop. Like what do you name an antique shop?
Dude, there's
Golden
one
Goose
called
and
like
the
the
Creaky
Brass
Door?
Armadillo.
The
Brass
Brass
Armadillo.
Armadillo. That's
I'm not
solid.
joking with you. That is genuinely
right
an
down the road.
antique shop here. Yeah, I'm
That's
not
a
joking.
sick name. All right, but we can't take that for copyright purposes, so I'm gonna call it the Silver Badger. There's an antique shop called the Silver Badger nearby, and that sounds very familiar.
I like that
That's
idea. That one sounds promising.
probably
with
what
that.
she had told you,
50-50
or
shot.
you just think about badgers too much. It's one of the two. There you go. What would you like to do? Wink, wink, nudge.
Pretty
But-
sure that
Yeah, let's head towards the antique shop. We can grab some Mickey D's on the way there. Satisfy us for a while.
Smart
and then,
decision.
Yeah. Let's go,
Not just the antique shop for the sake of the plot, but McDonald's breakfast is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second best thing at McDonald's is their breakfast.
Yeah.
True.
Not sponsored. Yet.
Not yet.
I mean, if they paid me in McDonald's ketchup, I'd be happy. It's the best fast food ketchup.
I guess so.
Is that?
Yeah. So we'll just do we? I guess. How far away is it? Do we need to hop in the Jeep, or can we just
You
walk
could
that
walk
way?
there. I mean,
walk? Okay, let's
yeah.
just walk. We need to probably clear our heads and get
Exercise.
some fresh air anyway.
all right.
So, yeah, I say we walk to the Silver Badger and see if we can get some answers. I guess we'll ask them if there was a break-in or if anybody seen anything suspicious. I don't know if we need I guess we'll just say we're with the university. I think that's fine. We'll say that we're doing a research project on we're doing our thesis on art theft and forgeries. We'll
You need
roll
a
with
degree to
that.
go antiquing?
Yeah, we'll go antiquing to investigate high-end art theft and forgeries. You never know. We've got to check all of our leads, and right now we have one. I guess two. We have a ring on M's finger and a missing old lady, and then we have the Silver Badger, which we'll go with the Silver Badger for now because the old lady vanished.
As old ladies tend to do,
I mean, have you never seen
Well,
an old lady
eventually.
into the dark?
One of those was way more dark than the other.
So now we know that Connor has a bad mentality towards old ladies. That's not going to go horribly, horribly wrong in the future.
Did you lose an old lady in the past? Is there something we need to resolve? Oh man. Would you like to walk and talk, or would you just like to be at the Silver Badger?
I mean, we can walk and talk because I mean, I'm hungry. I want to eat.
Yeah, we'll walk and talk. We'll grab breakfast, and I mean, McDonald's breakfast is perfect because we're all basically broke.
No, you could have just ended it at McDonald's breakfast is perfect, and it would have been.
Fair enough. Yeah, So, Magnus, did your family train to fight? Like, did they teach you to fight, or is that just a thing that just happens? Because with the crazy shit we're running into, it'd be nice if either of us didn't have to go full spandex and shiny armor every time something spooky happens. And at the rate of spookiness lately, it's about 3 times in 24 hours. So,
Well,
Increasing exponentially.
I mean, it's not that my family taught me how to fight. That'd just be weird. Like, it's not like we had small little fight clubs, but they would throw dinner in the middle, and if you lost, you didn't get to eat.
okay. Your definition
It
of
already
small fight clubs very different.
Yeah, I was gonna say it already started suspicious with, we definitely didn't have a fight club. I promise. It's like,
Yeah, but Friday, Saturday night entertainment. Mom and Dad would flip a coin. There were 6 of us, and they kind of called out the numbers, and they'd say, "Hey, all right, your turn to fight for dinner." And sometimes you got to eat, sometimes you didn't. And unfortunately, I was the youngest, and I was the smallest, and so I
Glitter.
had to learn how to brawl. So I think I can brawl, provided that we Scooby snack the situation.
Just throw a meatball at the enemy.
Oh, he doesn't get the food.
No,
Not if you get to it first.
After.
If you take it
He's
from
not getting
him.
my meatballs.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
guess
no.
brawling's better
Good.
than nothing.
Didn't your family teach you how to fight?
Yeah, but more in like an abusive dad you have to try to avoid way, and less of a. I don't. It's not better. It's not better, is it? It's not better when I
It's
say
not.
it out loud.
Mine was more of like a what's your word kind of thing.
Running away doesn't count as fighting.
Yeah, it's really hard to run when your dad's like the tech guy on the East Coast. So
Huh.
you kind of go a certain amount, and then one of the CCTVs or whatever the hell he's hooked up to ends up ratting you out. So it's fun. Childhood's fun. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not like M had to figure out a way with words. It's not like she's.
There were no meatballs at all. They didn't incentivize me. There was no incentive.
That's unfair. That sounds nice.
Little to no
Oh
meatballs.
man, now I kind of want a meatball sub. You think McDonald's will make me a meatball sub?
I don't think so. We'll see if we can find a Subway or something.
Can
At
I
our
roll?
next stop.
Can I roll for charisma?
To ask McDonald's
Yeah.
for a meatball sub.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Try it. Let's see what happens.
Remember that I have a +2 on charisma. which
I
puts
know,
me
I
at-
know. I just want I will let you do it if you roll high enough.
Does 12 count as high enough?
Yeah. So you ask for a meatball sub at this McDonald's. Lucky for you, small town hospitality. This McDonald's, it's a franchise. They kind of do what they want on their own sometimes. And the old lady, why do I keep making everybody an old lady? I can't do their voice. The teenage boy, behind the counter goes, "Oh yeah, we actually do make meatball subs here," and he questions the fact that you're ordering it at like 6 a.m, but hey, you got yourself a meatball sub at McDonald's.
Yes.
Em and I are just staring at him in utter disbelief. All right, we're gonna try that more often. We're gonna ask you. We're gonna get you to ask weird questions.
Can
You're the
eat
weird
anything
question
where there's
guy.
meatballs involved.
As long
mean,
as they're
don't-
meatballs.
Meatballs are delicious, and like you said, sometimes you just got to eat. I mean, fight. I mean,
Breakfast of
meatballs.
champions.
Yeah, meatballs and a glass of chocolate milk, cup of chocolate milk.
Perfect. Are we at the antique shop yet?
Yes. Bam. Welcome to the Silver Badger. This whole time it was right next to the McDonald's. You guys just walked a circle around the McDonald's for like an hour. But yes, you are at the Silver Badger.
If they had better advertising, we would know where it was.
Yeah,
The
it
fact that
doesn't
their
help.
sign is just an actual silver badger on the door
Yeah.
doesn't help anything.
Exactly. Nor the fact that there is a sign for the Copper Possum, which is a gentleman's club right next to the Silver Badger.
We'll go there next.
Awesome. Let me do some quick writing for the Copper Possum.
We'll debrief at the Copper Possum.
6 a.m. gentlemen's club time. Let's go. Yes, you walk into the antique shop. It's it's small antique shop. It's almost like what you see in like Pawn Stars. Even though they probably have a bigger shop, it's like this is the one kind of alley of like a glass
One counter.
Yeah, one counter, glass viewing case, and stuff behind them, and then there's a couple shelves of things, various bits and bobs, old plates, some dolls that were definitely made in the 20s, and things that you're pretty sure are probably haunted, and that has nothing to do with the gods. It's just that they're creepy. And
I'm not placing bets on not having anything to do with anything anymore.
that's, you know what, that's fair.
Well, we don't touch anything at this rate. With all of our trinkets that we got recently, we don't need any more.
Ooh, this looks really nice.
Aggie, put it down.
Okay. Yep, that's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a $500 Beanie Baby. You can't have that.
And you picked up the cursed Beanie Baby, which is, says right here, you are now permanently dead. No, Magnus is written out of the story.
Anthrax Beanie Baby.
Then we'd all be dead.
Yeah. Well, let's be appropriate for the time. It's probably filled with asbestos. Probably.
Most definitely. I'll die in 20 years. 25
Yeah.
years.
Most of that town's probably filled with asbestos. So
Exactly. That McDonald's, you're not sure what's in those meatballs. 30% chance it is asbestos.
But damn, they're delicious.
Itchy.
Yeah, so as you're pondering and wandering, a older gentleman walks in. He's, pasty white and has covered in liver spots and has the wrinkles to show that he's certainly as old as most of the things in his shop. He's got those tiny, banker glasses that are, hanging around his neck. Exactly. The exact face he makes when you all walk in. He said, "Oh, hello, kids. How may I help you today?"
All right, I'll take the lead on this one, I guess, since you two have had the most recent weird shit. Good morning, sir. Sorry to bug you so early. I'm glad your shop was open. My name's Connor. This is my friends Magnus and Emily. We are actually traveling kind of around the country doing a thesis project at our university. We're covering artifact theft, the black market art trade, and antiquities trading, and forgeries, kind of all that, the unpleasantries of the art trade. And one of the things that we're wanting to do is reach out to the folks that usually don't get touched on when you're thinking about art trade and theft. Everybody thinks about the Met and the big museums and the Nelson Atkins and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's going to think about those, but what does it mean for a small town mom and pop antique shop if they have to deal with the ramifications of accidentally purchasing stolen goods or forgeries, or someone perhaps coming in and stealing an artifact or antiquity that you may have had in your collection? Have you had any experience with art theft or dealing in forgeries by accident, of course, or anything like that in your experience, either here or recently, or in your vast experience as an antiquities trader?
He perks up throughout the story at several points and seems very excited.
Charisma or anything for that? Or?
Oh no, because I've already written several jokes in my head for how he's going to respond to some of those statements. He says, "Oh yes, you are correct. I haven't been touched upon in several years. And I do love me a good thesis. My friend Martin Luther wrote quite a few. Now."
that was a good one.
Thank you. Religion jokes in this God-themed RPG. You wouldn't have expected them, I'm sure. Also, old people having sex jokes. We keep it classy here, folks.
Met quite a few old dudes that run antique shops, and if anything is accurate, it's old men at antique shops having sex jokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Outdated,
Hey.
just like their products.
hey,
Oh.
no, it's okay. They're old. That was mean. I'm sorry,
Yeah, they'll
old people.
disappear soon.
I'm sorry, 80-year-olds watching this. You'll disappear soon. GodPunk RPG canceled for being ageist. All right, where was I? I've completely forgotten what I was talking about.
I
Hitting
just
on-
made a joke
hitting on
about.
Steve.
Connor.
Yeah, he was hitting on Connor. Well, actually, I did recently have a couple of strange men in bizarre outfits barge in and steal one of my items. Thankfully, some friends of mine. Magnus, what's your mom's name? I'll let you give her name.
Well, since you gave her a 78-year-old voice, Elizabeth.
All right, Elizabeth. Yeah, some friends of mine. Sweet old Elizabeth had her sons get it back for me. Um, and yes, and now it's safely here, and those bad men won't touch it. But I'd be happy to tell you the story if you'd like.
That would be great. Yeah, we'd love to get your story down and so that we can spread the word and add you into our database and get a better idea of what the impact has been on small business owners like yourself.
All right.
I'll take notes.
Ooh. So
I will definitely be there.
yes, he pulls out a. I don't know why this is stuck in my head so much. He pulls out an antique sword from under the table and puts it on the counter, still in its scabbard. And says, "Yes, it was this item. And just the other day, a group of strange men in some form of armor barged in here after exploding open the front of my store." And right as he says that, the front of the store explodes open, knocking both Cameron and Magnus down to the floor and out cold. And Emily, as you're the only one still up, aside from the old man, he simply responds with, "Just like that." It's, uh,
Holy
As-
shit, it happened again!
this is quite the coincidence. As a man, what did he look like? Did I ever write this down? Yeah, as a man in deep blue, stuttered armor adorned with Celtic patterns, and having a helmet much like what you saw in your friends in the Bullman, um, uh, comes in holding a very long spear, um, and he lets out a surprisingly evil sounding laugh and says, "Oh well, ain't this convenient? Now, I'll admit I let those deicides go earlier so we could trap them here, but I think I could take care of these two godlings the boss keeps talking about while I'm here." Well, two of you are unconscious, so I'm gonna ask Emily, what would you like to do? As this man with his spear starts walking towards the three of you.
Well, I will say I do have this handy sword right in front of me. That'd be. I know it's bullet. I don't know how strong it is, but I'm gonna pick it up and try to unsheath it.
All right. Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to no, that is a smart idea. And I like what you're thinking. I'm trying to think of another thing. No, okay. No.
Okay.
No, cuz it will need Okay, so yes, you pull out the sword and as you do so, as you pull out the sword to stand in front of him, you feel the ring on your finger also grow a little tighter, as if to perhaps remind you of its existence. and that it's ready to help you stab this man.
Okay. Well, it's on my right hand, and I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna like look at it and see, is it like changed at all? It just feels tighter, you said?
As you look over, it changes the moment you lay your eyes on it into a oh, what was it? I'm trying to be as faithful as I can, but I forgot to write it down in here. It's like it's a gauntlet, correct? Yes. It transforms into a archery gauntlet. Uh,
Neat.
yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'll tell him, like, keep back, I'll give you tetanus. With this rusty sword. Like, what are you doing here? Like, stay away from us.
Yeah, he... Would you like to try and roll, like, a guts? See how much you intimidate this man?
How convincing I can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 4, so that's a 3.
So it's not very convincing. He simply just and in one swift move, he twirls the spear around. He like decides to be extra obnoxious about it and like twirls it around his neck, and like grabs it again and swings it, smacking the sword clean out of your hand. But as he does so, the glove starts to react, and you find yourself suddenly behind him comes a whole swarm of crows flying in through the windows and surrounding you. Your vision just turns totally black with like short glimpses of the light and the man behind all the crows as he just kind of is like trying to swat them away as they pass by him. And just as quick as they flew in, they're gone. And you look down and you find yourself transformed into... I have the wrong folder open on my computer. I need to pull up the right image. There we go. Into... Nope, that's Zoom. That's not the stream. There we go. It's happening, and it's so fast. You can't even believe how fast this is. There we go. It's there. As you transform into Psychopomp, that name just comes to you. And here, I'll even put it on this side so that... There we go. Boom. And in your hand is a bow that suddenly you just feel like you know how to use perfectly, even though I don't know why I said even though. I was stalling while I tried to pull the page back up. Yeah, you have this bow, and as you hold it, you notice that the two ends are surprisingly sharp on the inside, as if almost you just turn it a little bit, and the bow comes apart into two incredibly sharp scythes. And like, kudos to whoever designed that, because that's a really cool weapon. I didn't come up with it. I'm not gonna take credit for it. But yeah, as he does this, as you do this, and the general, what general? Why did I say general? Executive. The executive looks up at you, and he goes, "Oh, I guess 3 godlinks are better than 2." And he swings his spear down, ready to fight. And you get to go first, because that's how this game system works.
Okay. Well, I'd like to, reconnect the 2 pieces to keep my, to keep the range, since he's got a spear and he can probably reach me pretty good.
Smart.
I'd like to utilize it if I can. Do I have ammo, or is this something that will populate when I drop it back?
As you
Can I roll?
kind of just do a, as if on instinct, as you pull back, as if pretending to pull on the bow, an arrow appears made of incredible purple, almost psychic because it fits the name. Energy appears, and as you let loose, can you give me a? I'll let you start with a weapon attack because that sounds cool.
Okay.
So what did variable be? You can use Dex or Wisdom. I think it is.
Okay. Well, mine is
They're the same. They're the same bonus, so it doesn't matter.
I got a perfect 12 here, so 14.
Damn! Alright. That's really good.
Yay!
So with your first strike, you let loose the arrow, and he's still in the middle of like doing his grandstand cool guy like spear shit just to make himself seem so cool. And
Basically, that scene in Indiana Jones. When he's
yeah, he's doing all the things, and you just hits him square in the chest and knocks him back. And as he grips his chest for a second, kind of shocked that you were even able to hit him, just goes, "All right, not bad, but it's still not enough to knock him down a peg." As he just starts to slowly walk towards you again. What would you get to attack again? Because perfect 12 means he doesn't really get to react.
Okay. Well, do I have anything? Well, the arrow thing is nice. Can I utilize the full like swing of it? Can I swing my bow at him?
Sure.
Yeah.
For the sake of the rules, I will say it will be a normal attack though,
Okay.
which means
Okay.
technically it doesn't do any damage to him, but it gives you an offering so that you can attack him bigger next turn.
Okay. Well, I would like to try to knock him back with it, keep him away from us.
All right.
So I got a 9 total here.
All right. As you take a swing, it grazes the front of his armor as he kind of takes a half step back just at the right moment. You still hit him, but it obviously doesn't do anything. And you buy yourself an extra moment. As Connor and Magnus, you two start to wake up. Ears are ringing, covered in black feathers.
Maggie, one of us is going to stop having to get hit all the time.
One day you're allowed to just start a fight not unconscious.
See? See, look at that. Everyone has a hole in their wall. It's not weird.
It happens all
Weirdos.
the time.
It's just normal now.
Are we completely conscious? Just dazed?
Yes. I'd say
Am I Johnny Depp dazed? Or am I like kind of got my shit rocked a little bit, but I'm gonna be able to do something?
Rocky 2 or 4?
Am I Apollo Creed or am I Rocky? Am I Apollo Creed or am I Rocky?
If you were Apollo Creed, this would be a much darker episode. You are up enough to do something, but not clear-headed enough to transform just yet.
Okay.
Maybe almost as if in a next turn you could, but
Can we check on the shopkeeper?
yes, absolutely. Can you give me a kindness check? Give me a kindness.
check. Oh,
Do
crap,
me a
of course I have to give the
kindness.
kindness check.
The kindest person on the team for sure.
Two sixes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 6 minus 1, so 5.
As you hop over the counter to try and do a kindness to the old man, You notice he's already pieced the fuck out. You see him heading through the door, and
I'm not going
just
through this
as
again.
exactly, just as kind as your role would have you believe, you tried, and he was already gone. So you let out a hearty, "Well, fuck off!" like as he
Eat
runs
shit, old
away.
man, fine.
Yeah.
I hope you disappear too soon.
Just like that old lady last night. I hope you disappear. Um, Magnus, would you like to do something? Whoa. I went blurry there for a second. That was weird. Yes.
Yes, I would like to do something. I would very much. I'm scrolling through the tasks and the abilities that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Can't use guts. We're already. No, wait. Can I? No. We cannot use guts. Can we use guts? No. It's the wrong thing. All right. I'm back to my abilities. Sorry, I was way too high, and not in the good way. All right. So realistically, if I just woke up, the first thing I'm gonna do is is my meatball sub okay?
You finished that a long time ago.
Oh thank God! All right. Whew, I was worried there.
I'm glad you do have your priorities straight.
I mean, I can't afford another meatball sub.
This is gonna be a hard road trip for you all if you spent all your money on one meatball sub on the first day.
So I am going to use one of my abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give unwavering support
Ooh.
to M,
Okay.
who is now fighting the big bad guy. Since she gave me unwavering support, it's only fair that I give unwavering support back. And
Alright.
since the old dude pieced out, no one to check on. Obviously, Connor's okay. So the only two weird things that we have going on is, one, my meatball sub is good, so we're fine there. So unwavering support to our battle ready M, and I go, oh damn, who that bad bitch over there? M, is that you? Like I'm shouting at M to let her know that I support her and I care about her. I'm also blown away that now we have 3 power characters in the game. I'm just excited.
Nice.
I'm pumped for
Nice.
this.
Emily, you feel so supported right now. Oh my gosh. Filled with support. As it is your turn. Your turn to make an atuk. I don't know what happened to my voice as I tried to say those sentences.
Am I able to utilize that flock again?
Which one?
So when all those birds came and I felt something happen in the gauntlet, is that something I can cause to happen again and to maybe blind or distract the guy?
You feel like it could be one day, but not yet.
Okay. I'd like to try and shoot him again because that felt nice the first time.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot him again. Always satisfying to shoot somebody.
I'm gonna shoot him again. I got a 9.
Damn. Yeah. This is you
the good rolls went.
Yeah. You can't Google, but you sure as hell can shoot someone with a bow.
I'm funny like that.
As you shoot the other arrow, this time, he makes a swing to block it, but it seems to curve around his spear and hit him in the shoulder this time.
Curve the bullets.
Yeah. What's that movie called? Wanted? No.
Yeah,
Wanted.
no.
Yeah.
Is it
Wanted?
Wanted?
With James McAvery. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Wanted with James McAvery. Avery.
McCabe?
Whatever.
I don't know. That's important to the plot right now. Let me tell you, try to remember who's in Wanted. Yeah, it hits him, but he uses the momentum to swing the spear back up at you, and hit you for 1 whole damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And we cycle back to Connor's turn.
Aw.
Yeah.
Uh,
As you are now
All right.
totally, definitely awake to do whatever you need.
I'm awake and awake. Okay. So. All right, I'm going to go ahead and transform. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to transform.
All right. Do it.
Okay, I'm going to DFI.
This is again a part where I wish I had that voice echo thing, be like DFI, but I don't. So one day I'll download some voice mods or something.
We'll work out
But
a
until
soundboard.
then, yeah, when we get the budget to download voice mods, until then, you transform, and that doesn't take up your turn. So,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
bam. What would
Cool.
you like to do? As you are now.
Doo-doo. I'll do that. Who do that? I do. Okay. Let's see. So. Okay, so it looks like normal attacks aren't really doing anything against this guy, but I need to push him back a little bit just to give us time to reassess the situation, I think. So I'm just gonna do a normal attack, and I'm gonna try to kick him outside of the store so we have more room to move around, get him into the street.
Smart idea. I like it. Hit me with that normal attack.
All right. Let's see. That's 8. Well, it's
That'll
7
do
plus
it.
1, 8.
That'll do it. As you as you run up to him, transforming as you hop back over the counter, and because the old man made you waste all that time going over there the first turn, now you gotta come back.
I hope you burn
It's
in
annoying.
hell, you bastard.
Using that fury at the old man, your desire for him to disappear, you hop over the counter and pretty slick. Like as you're doing it, you throw out a kick and you land a good hit on. I keep almost saying the person's name, but that's not the point. That's kind of just for me and for other people to figure out. You hit the executive, as he stumbles outside of the store. But as he does so, he also at the same time stabs at you, hitting you on your arm, slicing your arm a bit, taking 1 whole point of damage. Oh no. But he is outside now. He's outside of the exploded wall. He's on the street. People are running scared at the sight of him and you all. And, people are looking outside of the Copper Possum very confused as to what all the racket is about. All the other people at the Copper Possum at 6 a.m.
Still there from the night previous.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
so they never left. It also doubles as a motel. That is cleaner than the motel you stayed in.
Yeah, they're way out of our price range.
Way out of your present.
It was at least $49 a night, and that's
That was meatball sub money that you saved.
Okay, so
All
I
right,
take 1
nailed it.
damage.
Yes,
I got an offering from that attack, right?
you did. Correct.
Okay, cool.
Magnus, you're up.
okay. So, Magnus, I'm going to do something stupid. I look around for something to throw at the attacker.
You are in an antique store. There's a lot.
I look around for something that looks heavy.
Okay.
And hand-sized. Like
Hands.
baseball size, like something
Like
that you could
palmable. Yeah.
palmable. Yeah.
There is a sizable vase that you could get your hand around. There is the scabbard of the sword from earlier, and there is a rather disturbing wooden carving of Mickey Mouse. Sorry, copyright. Ricky Mouse. That, you know, probably looked okay back in the 50s, but now it's like the paint's chipping and, you know, you could throw it. It's just a question of whether or not you feel comfortable touching it.
I 100% go for Ricky Mouse.
So as you pick up the cursed Ricky Mouse no. Yeah, okay. Give me a... I guess you can use your strength from your other sheet. Even though you're not transformed.
That
Wait,
counts
what
as
were you gonna
carefree.
try? Oh, does it? Wait. Oh, that might. You know what? Yeah. What? Well, let's look.
I don't know if that counts as a huge risk or not. Not as probably not as much as charging a bull man, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it because it's cool. It's carefree. You get 2 to your guts. Which do it. Throw Ricky Mouse.
throwing Ricky Mouse.
Screw the
10.
Disney Corporation. 10. Damn. The Ricky Mouse hits the... Can't say his name. Hits the executive square in the face. It doesn't crack his helmet like your fork did, but it does knock him back a bit. And screw it, why not? He takes a whole damage from that. You threw that Ricky Mouse very hard. The cursed Ricky Mouse actually counts as a +3 weapon. Like, so yeah.
Okay, now can
there
I
you go.
end the turn with
Coyote
transforming?
fucking with him.
Okay, and you transform. All right, Emily,
Goodbye.
we're back to you.
Hold on. Okay. Am I getting anything else, like signals from the gauntlet or anything? Is there anything else, like, is it like telling me anything? Is it
Um, I'm deciding how much I want to give you.
okay?
It's not that you can feel anything per se, but you do keep feeling yourself, your eyes keep being drawn to the rather uniquely designed belt on this guy's armor. You can't tell why, like, no matter how much you're trying to focus on the fight, something in your brain keeps making you look at the belt. His belt specifically.
Interesting. Okay. I know that to try to hit it might be considered a called shot, but I'd like to.
All right.
Okay. Seems valuable and fancy, and maybe gives him power. I don't know, but I'm going to try to hit him again.
Okay.
Absolutely. In that region. I got a 10.
All right. So as you take another pot shot at him, you do nail him square in the belt. It doesn't seem to do much, but you feel like you're headed in the right direction with that. But he does clearly flinch and take a nice bit of damage as you hit him. Part of it psychic damage. You hit him pretty close to a part where he does not want to be hit. You know, no man really is like, yeah, no, today I feel like getting shot with an arrow in that region of my body. I'm assuming most men don't want that to happen. There might be one or two. Um,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I'll tell the guys that I think that there's something significant or special about his belt. If that means anything, I'll share that that little feeling.
All right. And with another 10, he still can't react to you. Connor, you're next. That's your name.
Okay. Let's
This
see.
guy's special.
It's just him, right? There's no grunts rolling around.
No.
Just
just him.
Just Spear Boy.
Yes.
Okay. So we think it's something to do with the belt. Let's see. Well, I wonder if this will work. Can I use my flurry ability? And
I'm sorry. My audio messed up there, and I could not hear you.
no,
Can
you're
you
good.
say that again?
Can I use my flurry ability to rapidly hit his belt, or do I need?
I'm gonna guess not yet.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, yeah, you guys are still level 1.
Okay, just making sure.
So you still just have the first one.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a normal attack, which I know isn't really gonna do any damage. But can I do a normal attack and like grapple him and try to like hold him so that Magnus can get a better attack in on the, or one of the other two can get a better attack in? I can like put him in a headlock or something, or some kind of grapple
this now. I see.
so that somebody else can get a better hit in on the belt.
Yes, I will
Okay.
allow you. Yeah, just do a strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 + 1, 9.
All right. Yeah. As you charge out and, like a bug crawling on a thing. I was gonna say like a bedpost, and I was like, I don't want to give people nightmares. On a windshield. You slide up next to him. His spear just barely tipping your side as you take another point of damage because 9. But as you get up from underneath him, his spear arm is still free, but he is still clearly a bit more restricted as you're holding him from behind.
One of you guys are going to have to get a good shot in here, because I don't know how long I can hold this guy.
Speaking of, Magnus, what's your shot?
I decide. Well,
and is it a good one?
I mean, it's a love shot. Baby love shot. Oh. Wait a second.
Wait
a second.
No, that's next door. It's the copper possum.
So I take a running. I basically. Okay, I'm about to make a description of something that's going to sound real dumb. But do any of you watch WWE? Roman Reigns, Superman punch? I'm doing that.
I know what a Superman punch is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Superman punching this.
All right, do it.
All right. Time to roll 2d6 with a +10 +2.
Not +10. No. An instant success is my strength.
There.
Look, with the cow blindness, we gotta give him something. And apparently something is instantly hitting every enemy.
Thank God this enemy's just spear themed.
Yeah.
7.
That'll do it. As you Superman punch, you don't really have any way to dodge as the spear hits you on the back, but you still land a punch square in the gut, hitting him for what seems like his last bit of energy and effort that he has in him, almost as if the next person could finish him off in some way, akin to a move of a ending variety, an ending blow, if you will.
Cough.
As he yeah, he lets out a loud and you see his grip on the spear start to weaken, and Connor, as you're holding him, you can feel him kind of buckle a bit. My dog is apparently
Knees are
barking
starting to
outside.
give.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
Skittering?
No, there's a dog barking outside.
Oh no.
Nope, now
Okay,
I can.
good. Okay, so it's all, okay. Let me close my window. I'm sorry, I didn't expect dogs. I should always expect dogs. All right. So yes, Emily, it is your turn. As it looks like, he's on his last legs.
Mm-hmm.
God, they are really loud. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, I just don't happen to have the ability to complete a finishing move. But I will roll for that. That's going to be my dex.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 9.
That'll do it. That'll finish him. As you let out one last arrow, from inside the shop, and you hit the belt square on the side, it snaps and falls off of him. And as it hits the floor, his armor just kind of like it dissipates and flies off into the wind, as the man underneath, who he looks like discount Johnny Depp, oddly enough. You know, he's like clean, but like, yeah, he's like the Kroger brand. You know, like it's good. You know, he's like clean, and he's
Dollar store
you
Johnny
could
Depp.
accept it, yeah, but he's not. Yeah, he's not Johnny Depp. As he just absolutely gives out, in your arms, Connor. Like he just is totally unconscious.
Looking up on the
And
collar.
you watch as the belt starts to shine very bright, and then completely the glow that was there just as fast as it became blinding, goes out entirely, and the belt is just gone.
Okay.
That's new.
I have a good one. It looks like this Antiques Roadshow's over.
Hey.
Okay.
Bravissimo.
All right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. So this
There you
guy's he's KO'd, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Can we search his person, see if there's any ID or anything on him?
Sure.
Should I roll a
Can you? Yes.
investigate or that's not mine.
Well, everybody has investigate. It would
Yeah.
be a skill check in this case, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. So I'll just where'd it go? Okay, 8. I don't know if I have a plus or anything on there. +1 on skill, I guess, so 9.
All right. You start to look through his pockets, and you do find several things. You do find a wallet, with $300 inside.
You guess?
That's at least a few meatball subs if you want to take the money.
We're gonna take the money. Fuck this guy.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. There is no ID, but there
Okay.
are some various things. There is a blank white card, with what would look like a phone number if it wasn't too short.
Okay.
Some kind of code number on it. It's weird. a flip phone from, like maybe a burner or something, with no battery or SIM card in it anymore. And a punch card to Subway, with 3 out of 5 punches in it towards a free sandwich.
Dibs.
Fair enough.
Dibs.
Okay, so all right. Well, I guess we can like leave the dude there and let the authorities sort him out and try to figure out what's going on with him. Because if he's got no ID, there's no business cards or anything. We've got this card with a random string of numbers. I don't know if it's like an IP address or I don't know, maybe some kind of code that we'll have to figure out what it corresponds to in letters or something. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do with this guy. Magnus, do you have as my voice is leaving me, Magnus, do you have anything that comes to mind?
Well, we got a Subway punch card. Huge win in my book. That's the best win of the day.
Yeah.
We got his money, so we can sleep somewhere, that's not $29.99 a night.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get $39.99 a night. Whew, that would be a huge win. I'm more curious as to why it looks like Johnny Depp, but let bygones be bygones. He's probably not going to ever come back and hurt us again. It'll be okay. We should.
Yeah, that belt disappeared, so it doesn't look like he's going to be spearing out anytime soon. Wish we could have investigated a little bit further of where he got his artifact or any of that stuff. But I guess rather to have no threat than another lead, I guess.
Does he have any like distinctive like markings or tattoos, or is that just like me assuming because he looks like Johnny Depp?
He does have a lot of tattoos. You are right. That is part of why he looks like Johnny Depp, but none of them seem distinct. Well, some of them seem distinct, but they're, they have no meaning outside of something to him and what is blatantly obvious,
Okay, I meant culty. Yeah, culty.
Yeah, no, there's nothing culty. It's just weird at best, disturbing at worst, but nothing culty.
No, he doesn't have anything in common with the last guy that we KO'd?
No, that you can notice, no.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that means no. It's more just like, yeah.
That's fair.
As you
No,
look him
I know we
over,
didn't
you
find
can't notice, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't find a card on the last guy, and the last guy's artifact didn't disappear. So I assume that's from M's attack. Because when I've tried beating the shit out of guys before, and I've never had an artifact disappear. And Magnus, we took out the last guy, and we got his nose ring, that brass, bronze, whatever nose ring. We've still got that with us, and nothing fancy's happened with it, and it didn't, shine and vanish. So, I guess if we want to neutralize an artifact, we know where to go. Or we know who needs to land the blow, at least.
Weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A couple of questions, though. Dang.
Okay, what should our next move be? Do we try? I didn't ask the group. Should we try to wake him up or just leave him for the cops? I don't know if we even can try to wake him up, but.
Is he breathing?
He is breathing.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, no.
Bonus, I guess.
I mean, you know what? He might be outside of the group, but I trust him. He seems like an okay kind of guy.
You're okay with just abandoning him here unconscious?
Maybe we should tie him up. That's what my brothers used to do to me when I was unconscious. Tie me up, make me get out of it.
Fair enough. I assume we can hear, I don't know, I think I can hear sirens.
Yeah. They're very close at this point.
Yeah, at best, volunteer firefighters are on their way, so we should probably skedaddle because I doubt anybody amongst the crowd knows who did what and why. Can we grab that sword on our way out?
Sure.
The rusty sword that
Yeah.
didn't work for us. Didn't work
Yeah.
for him in a fight, but
With the
if they're looking
scabbard.
for it, we should probably have it.
Maybe
That
they
is
were
a
looking for the
yeah, that's smart.
Ricky Mouse head.
He might have been
He might
looking
have
for the Ricky Mouse. You know, you
If you want to grab
it's
the Ricky
valid.
Mouse head, that's your call. I assumed it got busted when it hit his skull, but
Do you like to take the Ricky Mouse with you? Is that what?
that's a Magnus call.
Yeah. He feels like he's part of the group. He feels like he's part of the family now. I mean, he did land more damage than both Connor and myself.
It did do more damage than both of you combined. That is actually
That's fair.
yeah.
He
All right,
So
so
there's got to
you
be something special about it.
pick up the Ricky Mouse statue. God, am I gonna have to write something about this Ricky Mouse statue? I'll probably
We'll get it
do
to
it for
you.
fun. Yeah, I'll probably
I
just
mean-
do it because I think it's funny. Yes. All right, you can take the Ricky Mouse with you.
Okay.
Oh, guys, it's me, Ricky.
As you
Oh.
run the
Oh.
2 blocks back towards your motel. Very inconspicuous hiding place. a block
Yeah.
away from where you already are.
I guess we could hop in the Jeep and start heading somewhere else. I don't really have a lead unless we just want to go to the next big town and try to figure out what this card means.
This is when we flip a coin to decide what to do.
If you want to flip a coin to decide what direction we go in, that's up to you. It's your Jeep.
Keep forgetting it's my Jeep. I mean, it's black and white, so there shouldn't be any reason why I can't remember it.
It was kind of cruel of my parents to get me a car that looked like a cow. I can never find it. You think you have a hard enough time remembering where you parked your car? Imagine what it's like for me.
I point at a map. I draw, like, I have pictures of all the parking lots that I park in, and I just color it in. And the spot that I don't color in is probably where the car is at.
Good system. All right, do you want to flip a coin for, I guess, east or west?
It's
Yes.
East or West.
It's a
Thank you very
East or
much.
west? I assume
All right.
we're still up in the northeast area of the state.
Yeah. Your small town Pennsylvania, I think, is
Okay.
where we were, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna flip. Who calls what? Em, it's your call. What's heads?
Heads is it's north.
Okay, heads is north. Got it. Tails
South?
What does that mean?
means that we go the opposite, which is
Okay.
south.
That is what that
All right.
means.
All right. You're heading south.
We're into New England.
All right. And
Ish.
I think that's
Out
a
of New England.
good place to stop as you all decide to head south and I figure out what's next on your plate. There's some fun ideas coming.
I mean-
Yeah. Your phone has a compass, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, then again, can any of you afford a phone? Because apparently you can't afford a meatball sub, so...
I think we're
Hey,
three college students. We
got-
probably should be able to figure out which way is south.
We got the meatball sub. Okay, I don't
It's
know why
still
we're talking
early
about
in the
meatball
morning.
sub.
We
It's
could go by
done.
the sunrise.
Yeah. I was going to say, you said you're college students, but one of you is a literature major and the other two are history majors. I don't think it's...
Hey, we have to go on expeditions and dig sites. We gotta
That's
know how
fair.
to use compasses and
Yeah.
Not even just,
GPS
not even just
and do some
literature.
geotech work and stuff like that. We've got a little bit, ever so slight, real world application.
All right.
And
Fair enough.
Mine's not even just literature. It's mythological literature.
Oh, yeah. It's really helpful.
Like,
It's even
out of
more
everyone
niche.
else here, I make the least. I'm either gonna make the most because of how niche I am, or there will be no jobs for this specific
Yeah.
thing that I chose.
Your job
The
will be
best
like...
application is figuring out who we're fighting.
Oh,
Yes.
dang it. I just broke my dice bag.
Oh no!
Oh, well.
How intense this session was.
I was so furious that you all took the Ricky Mouse statue.
How,
um,
how dare you, sir? Your meatballs and your Ricky Mouses.
ruined my game. Ah,
Oh.
no,
Well, that
no,
was
thank
fun.
you, thank you
That
so
was
much
a
for playing.
successful
Yes,
day, I think.
and from now on, you have no clue what could happen.
True. That was the
Very
extent of my preemptive writing of the origin stories for everybody. So from now on, we're off script. Well, off my script.
Exactly.
Well,
Off
we're off one script on another script.
Yeah,
on
we're all
my
derailed
fan
and
fiction script.
re-railed onto
Yeah.
Steve's rails.
The is this canon or not train starts now.
Yeah. The
How
multiversal
cool.
splits start. now.
Yes.
The thing I'm
Um,
most terrified of is we established canon for these first 2 episodes, the first official 2 episodes, and now Magnus is officially cowblind and has some
Yeah.
meatball subs.
Yeah.
I don't
Um,
even like meatball subs.
The unfortunate thing is that that was still in the canon part, so we can't change that. That is just in the story permanently now.
Going from
Well, guess what?
forward
Yeah.
for all of eternity, any iteration of Magnus is still cowboy.
And
in the character Bible.
and now we have our own mascot too,
That's true.
Yeah.
Fucking Ricky Mouse.
Ricky Mouse.
Oh, I thought it was the copper possum. No.
Every
One day.
And, Silver Badger.
Yeah. One day that's more merch. Just the Copper Possum Gentleman's Club and the Silver Badger Antique Store.
I might make that now.
By the way, here's gonna be a random question,
Mm-hmm.
like that pertains to Magnus as a whole, but it also pertains to how it works. So when I transform, okay, I also am gonna have to flip, I think, to figure out which weapon I'm gonna fight with.
When you
'Cause
do
I have the weapon wheel.
yeah, the first time you do a weapon attack, yes.
Okay, so it's just the
So,
first
yeah.
time that I do a weapon attack, not just like when I first transform.
Yeah, it
'Cause that
would
would be
just
so disheartening. Like, right, you transform and you get the sticky stick
immediately.
immediately. Oh, damn it! All right, I'm done, guys.
All right, this fight's over. I'm gonna go get a meatball sub. If it changes while I'm in there, I'll come back. But
We don't want me to get hurt. I am too beautiful for this.
oh.
I do
Yeah.
just love how the strength, like the stick, is a +5, but no damage.
Yes.
Like I get super strong, ridiculously strong, but there is
It does
behind
nothing.
that strong.
No huge benefit.
Hey, you are stuck to the person. That is in
Oh, don't
in
worry.
some.
I've already thought of.
Yeah, we
4
can
different ways that I
strategize
can play
that out
this.
of there somewhere.
there's something to do with that. But yeah, thank you, you three, for playing. Thank you, people who are watching, for watching. I don't know. I looked over. I like looked at the stream, forgetting that I needed to look at the camera. Thank you, the people watching, for watching. Get excited. Things are gonna get somehow even weirder.
It all
I'm
starts
gonna be
here.
honest.
Yeah.
We've set the bar pretty low for weird.
That yes, that's fair.
Fair
It-
enough.
Also, if this was any other D&D campaign, the character that I played would have tickle tortured that man to death.
All right.
Tickle tortured information out of him.
A
Not like
different
to
direction.
death, but just like again.
Yeah.
No, again. How many feathers did you have laying? There was a flock of feathers.
There was quite a bit of feathers.
Needed information. Like we didn't even stay around to ask this guy. Like that's how deep I am into playing Magnus. Like normally I'd be like, all right, we're gonna torture this guy until we get what we want. Nope, he's fine. It's okay. I'll see him later. He's probably a good guy. Oh God, did I play dark characters when in my other campaigns?
I mean, it's debatable. You know, tickle torture is it is against the Geneva Convention, but like
Oddly enough, it actually is.
yeah.
It's the weird thing. I don't know. Like, how terrifying is that tickle torture? They were like, listen, this is on the same level as gas attacks. Like, you can't do it.
I
You can't gas
agree
people
with
and you
them.
can't tickle them. So does that mean that you're going against the Geneva Conventions when you tickle a girlfriend and or significant other?
Yes.
Mhm.
Next time anybody tickles me, I'm gonna call the feds and say a war crime was
the
committed against me.
Or the UN.
I'd like to report a war crime.
Air support. Tickle
Yeah.
attack. Oh.
Someone sent to Guantanamo for tickling.
I'm excited for next time. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Please do be.
We do have some. We'll have some stuff, comic wise, popping up hopefully soon. For GodPunk, a bit of a new direction for some kind of mini comic stuff. Some of it'll go along with what we're doing here, and the story arcs that we pop up here, just kind of as interesting exchanges happen, and anything that would make a fun, anything that would be fun, visually as a comic or a short kind of webtoon style comic, we'll kind of snag and throw into that as well. So that's kind of the direction we're going with this, and I think we're still trying to keep with that monthly, fairly random during some time of the month towards. I think we've done consistently the last 2 weeks of the month so far. So that's probably where we'll stay. I think, schedules permitting. Might change during the holidays.
Solid.
I don't know, but
I mean, Thanksgiving is the last weekend of the month, so potentially, of November.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanksgiving and Christmas/New Year's will probably be a little more muddy to plot out, but we'll figure something out and
yes,
either do something here or do something else content wise.
Yeah.
So, well, one way or the other, we will see you guys next time. And thank you guys for coming on the call and playing again. This was fun. I'm glad that we're into the groove of it. Thanks, Steve, for putting it all together and plotting it out.
My pleasure. It is what it is, and I get to work in anime references in the villains. That happened this time. If you know what it is.
I think
Oh, you got it? What do you think it was?
either Kuhulin or Lou.
It was Kukulin,
Lancer.
yeah. It was Lancer. That is correct. And there was actually a genuine reason for that with who Psychopump's Godlink is. I put effort into some of these. I put effort into thinking of some of these. There's some cool stuff happening.
I didn't even think that me holding Kuhulin in place while the avatar of the Morrigan comes after him.
Exactly.
But that works. That works on a lot of levels.
Yeah, so there you go. There's gonna be lots of fun little mythology things like that coming up. So please get excited. Get excited for all the interesting characters that you'll get to see. I think that's it. Unless you all have any. I'm sorry, you already did a call, like a sign off, and then I just talked more. So
good. Formality is not going to be a trend on any of this.
That's fair. All right, thank you all for watching. And unless somebody says something in the next 5 seconds, I'm going to hit end stream.
Go for it. Peace out.
You
guys.
said something, so now it's going to be like 10 more minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Bye.